that was out there, source story, that the old guard wanted to keep. So if Nancy wasn't going to stay as leadership, then you would have someone else from the old guard, step in and rise to lead the party in the House, and and Schumer and everything else. But the thing is that eventually it is going to be the case. Now, if they take too long, then AOC is going to be the old guard. That's something, if she stays. So, look, Nancy's as radical as anybody else. This idea, because there were some liberal media sources that were reporting this when it was out, this idea of the old guard keeping it from going further left. I don't know. I don't know that anyone from the squad is going to get the votes to lead the House at that time. I don't know. I still don't believe. Well, I still don't know if they would. But what I believe is not relevant. But my confidence isn't there that they would get the votes. Eventually, though, they all have to look at it and go, look, we're all the same rabbits. So it doesn't matter, the oldest of the guards, Nancy, Biden, they're leading the party. They have led the party to this point. Now, Nancy didn't get the win, and the Democrats didn't keep the House. Biden, in his mind, nothing's wrong, nothing's going to change. So, I guess we'll see. But it doesn't matter if it's the old guard or the new, younger guard. They're going to be radical. That's
right.
Who they are as a party.
Right. I guess the difference would be Nancy tried to always play that she was moderate.
Yeah.
Steny Hoyer always tried to play that he was a moderate. They're not. So this isn't actually about where they're going politically, but what the presentation will be to the American public. And frankly, what you have from the far left wing, and Jeffries is a part of that far left wing, is the fact that they're not happy the way that they're promoting the party. Remember, because they believe that the messaging is incorrect. And even though Biden is as radical left as a president as we've seen in the history of the United States, and that's not hyperbole, he just is from the things that he has promoted. They still believe that he hasn't promoted it in a far left way, the way that they wish. Is that where we're going to go? If they wish to go, that's fine with me, because if you'll see where Jeffrey stands on so many of the issues out there. I mean, he believes that a man, should be able to play women's sports. He believes that a man is a woman if a man says that he's a woman. You can take from that point, and we use that as a reference point, because if you're that insane and that big of a science denier, then where do you stand on every other issue? And if you look at the other issues out there, from defund the police, whatever, he's been, the leader. So everything, the thing is, that, and this is why when we were talking about the Republicans yesterday, holding and saying they're, holding a press conference and say they're going to be going after Joe Biden, we said, guys, wrong time to do it. The first week should be all these press conferences about the economy, bringing back, cheaper natural gas, cheaper fuel oil, getting gas prices down permanently, talking about the energy crisis that was caused by Democrats that we're going to get rid of, talking about fentanyl on the streets, relating it to the open borders policies that the Democrats want, crime in the cities, that we wish to bring down crime. Why do Democrats, and so that's what you promote over and over and over again. And then you throw in, we're going to go after Biden too. But by leading with Biden, as we had said to start the show, to independents and people that aren't paying attention, that you still want to vote for you. I saw it on social media. Oh, okay. Republicans want vengeance now because they went after Trump. We went after, because we went after Trump. Now they're going after Biden. This is just vengeance. That's the only reason they wanted to take back the House. You don't need to have that. You can eliminate that. And it doesn't take away the process of going after Biden for things that are absolutely legit. There's nothing that they said yesterday. Some things still have to be proven, the allegations, because some of the allegations that they came out with, when you go down with it, you go, oh, whoa, okay. Conspiracy or defrauding the United States, wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act, violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, violations of the Victims of Trafficking and Violence Protection Act of 2000, tax evasion, money laundering, conspiracy to commit money laundering. I want to be clear, this is an investigation of Joe Biden, was the message. The Biden family business dealings implicate a wide range of criminality, from human trafficking to potential violations of the Constitution. Well, what I want to know is precisely, why do you believe that, and is it just what crimes are the family members, and what possible crimes did the president commit? Now, one that sticks out in our mind completely, which really hasn't been talked about much, is the president got that 10% or whatever, or 10%, whatever, things done around his home. As we know, at that point, you've got tax evasion. So we've always wondered about the tax evasions. The other ones, how do they apply? Hopefully we'll find out when they start investigating in January. But I would like to know how they come up with that idea that these allegations are legit now. And I want precise things on it. Because if it's something that you throw everything out and you don't have it, I don't want the Republicans to do what the Democrats do. When they say they got something, I want to be pretty sure they can build a case on these criminal allegations that they're talking about.
Yeah.
So stating them isn't enough. I want to know what they have. But it's again, it's still, those things are things that need to be investigated, and Biden, of course, has to be investigated, just because we know he lied to the American public over and over again, has continued to lie. The White House, Karine Jean-Pierre, continues to lie and say that, we stand by the statement that he had no idea what was going on with Hunter's businesses. We know that's not true. We know that's not true based on what was in the laptop. We want to investigate it, but there are other things that we believe are more important. Now, with Jeffries coming in, man, what an opportunity. Now, he would be in the minority, but still, you can go after him big time. This is the type of radicalism that's in the Democratic Party, and will be interesting to see whether he will attempt to play moderate, because right now, Eric, you know as well as I do, the far left's ticked off that, okay, maybe the Democratic Party is more far left than we thought they would be, but they're not promoting. And believe me, the far left doesn't just want to have the party agree with them on the issues, they want to be able to promote it.
They've been saying, that it's been going on at least for a couple of years now, and the problem is they're not getting the message across.
Right.
And I welcome them getting someone they believe is going to be better at getting the message on their agenda across. We talked, before the election about where it's going in 24 for the Democrats, and all eyes are on the current governor of California, Gavin Newsom. And there is that belief that essentially, again, all right, let's bring in somebody younger who can get the message on our agenda across to the American people. Well, what they don't see is the fact that, you'll learn very quickly exactly how radical they are. There's a lot of attention given to the mumblings of the current president, and at times, the mumblings of the outgoing speaker. So as you bring people who are going to be clear and concise in their messaging about their agenda, there won't be any question about what he just said. There won't be any laughing about, oh man, he's just sitting there mumbling. Go ahead, please. Usher somebody in who's clear and concise about your agenda on all levels of leadership in your party. I welcome it.
And I think this is a natural progression of the Democrats just for